Hello students, all of us know that there were a couple of questions which were incorrectly given or which were incomplete in the financial reporting MCQ part. And as I was doing the live session when I was giving out the solution, what hurt me was some students pointing out that this question is picked up from MTP and I don't know the answer, or this question is from the BOS question bank and I don't know the answer. This is what is the correct answer. How do you teach? And if you are the teacher, how will your student pass? And a lot of such comments were put on, which actually hurt me. I'd like to share a couple of things in the context of the kind of questions that have been given, and I leave the judgment up to you as to what I did, or whether I made a mistake, or whether it was a blunder. Whatever you want to pull out of that, you can definitely do it. So this one question which was on this lease rental, this was as a part of a mock test paper, and the student in our WhatsApp group had asked that this is the question and how do we get the answer. Somebody responded that okay, this is how the answer has to be. And when I looked at the question, I immediately said that the question is incomplete and incorrectly drafted. This happened on 26th of August, right? And because this question is incomplete and incorrectly drafted, there is also voice note prior to this message. And I immediately put it out in the Board of Studies group where I say that there are two issues related to this particular question. Right? To account for leases, we need discounting rates. Bifurcation has to be done based on lease liability. And the lease payment is 2,10,000 for a 6 months period and not the total lease term, as can be understood. So these are the two errors which I had highlighted. And you can see the reply. Kindly ignore this MCQ. It has come to our notice. We will replace the same. Now, sadly, what has happened is, despite reporting this, the same question was asked in the examination. And as I was solving it, I got these comments. Same thing happened when I gave the solution of the fair value question, where the intention was not given. Now, some students were arguing that because it is variable interest rate, it cannot be amortized cost method. Please understand, even if it is a variable interest rate, it can be solely the payment of principal and interest. Then there was one more question which was based on joint liability, right? Now there also I had a slight difference of opinion, where I feel that as per Ind AS 37, if you look at it, if there is a joint and several liability, which generally happens in the case of joint operators, the part which has to be borne by the other party has to be a contingent liability. We'll wait for the final answer on that. But one thing I would like to request all of you, and a humble submission, is that the moment we get MCQ questions and the moment you start asking for the answers, we try to solve in the best possible way possible. And we could make mistakes while doing it. But even if you make mistakes, or even if you make some errors, putting comments as to who made you a teacher and you are not fit to be a teacher, how will your students pass and all, that is, I don't think, justified at all. If you have any logical way to argue, definitely I'm open for argument. You can put down your points, I'll put down my points. And there are a lot of differences which can come up based on interpretations. And as far as mistakes are concerned, when I'm doing a live session, or even when I'm doing a recorded session, there can be errors which can happen during the solution. Not only me, it could be like in the case of Praveen Sharma sir, in the case of advanced accounting of CA intermediate MCQs, there were some errors. Then when Praveen Jindal sir solved the MCQ, there was one error there, and there was a lot of issue which was created out of it. I am not here to create any issue. This is a response to those students who have started questioning that who made you a teacher. I took this profession of teaching based out of my passion, based out of my interest. I have left a very high paying job, and then I have started this teaching activity. Same thing happened when Sriram was doing the live discussion of MCQ. There was one formula error while he was calculating on Excel, and for that, the kind of comments what students have given, it actually hurts us. So the only humble submission is, we try to give the best, we try to help students. That is why you can see immediately I put it out in the group, which was reported to Board of Studies, also acknowledged by someone who is senior in the Board of Studies, but action didn't happen, or maybe by that time the question paper was finalized, and now we are struggling for what should have been the right answer. Okay, so before commenting, please see what you are commenting, and if you have a logical argument, there are a lot of other comments where students have logically said, sir, this could be an approach, this could be an assumption. Yes, it could be an assumption, this could be an alternate approach, but bluntly saying that the other person does not know anything, that is not right as far as I understand. So thanks for if you have watched till here, thanks a lot for hearing out my point of view. If you have a different point of view, definitely you are free to put it out in the comment, and we will respond appropriately. Thank you.